Sorry, that's all right.
I don't know which way.
How many feet have walked on these stones, huh?
While being Page, the first Portuguese master of Templar, is going to start the construction of this castle. This is the time when the Christian reconquest was taking place, right? The Knights Templar had been founded in the Holy Land around 1118. When they started, they were only nine knights. 9, like the number of months that you spend in your mother's belly. The number of the creation, the number of the beginning. They were led by a French friar called Hugues de Pin, but they will become later the elite troop of the church, or we know them as the warrior monks. They are going to help the church to do the Christian reconquest. As I told you, they became the richest institution of the old medieval times because before their extinction in France on 1312, they had 9,000 properties in Europe and the monopoly of the salt. And this is going to start right on the beginning because they were created to protect the pilgrims that went to the Holy Land to see the Holy Sepulchre. And at that time, the money that the pilgrims took with them was a problem because people usually killed them to get the money. So the Knights Templar will create here a method that will protect the pilgrims. When you leave your country, to go to the Holy Land, and if you are noble with financial condition, you will do it. You will leave the money on the fortress of your country, of the Knights Templar, and then you go. The Knights Templar will give you a check, and with that check, you can get money in every fortress on the way to the Holy Land, and in the Holy Land. You might think that they are going to work like the bank. No. The mission of the Knights Templar were the pilgrims, so they will never make money in this transaction. But the thing is that people die anyway. And the money will stay there. And also, there's a lot of donations to this order. And also, at some point, what we are going to see is that the king of Jerusalem, Baldwin II, he felt the need of having an army to protect Jerusalem. And those knights will become that army that will grow more and more and more. If they started with 9 men, when they were finished in France in 1312, they were an army of 30,000 men. Okay. So at that time also, what we are going to see is that Portugal was starting as a country, independent country. We started around 1139, and this is 1160. So at that time, Portugal finished on the line of Tagus. You look to the map of Portugal, this little corner here, small but but very charismatic. You are going to divide the territory in two. The line of Tagus is the border between a Christian Portuguese territory and Al-Andalus. Algarve from Al-Andalus. So what is going to happen here is that our first king, he took the lift of the Christian reconquest to start to consolidate and to enlarge the territory to the south. When he started to pass the Tagus to the south, he found that the castle of Lisbon was in the hand of the Muslims. He needs to take the castle of Lisbon. So he's going to ask for his best friend that was in the Holy Land. While in Page, he joined the Order of the Templar as a knight, and he was there 5 years. He fought the king of Syria and Egypt, and the Grand Turk, the Sultan. 5 years will be more than enough to this man to learn everything about the way the Muslim did the war and establish influence inside of this the order that was progressing more and more each day. So he will come back home, and he brought with him all of that knowledge that he had learned in the Holy Land from the Muslims, you see? And he's going to take the fort of Lisbon. how do they accumulate so much land in Europe? Because when the king calls the army to help to do the Christian reconquesta, the king will pay them with donation of land. So Tomar is going to be the payment for the success on the help to take the fort of Santarém and Lisbon. You see? And this position is going to be strategic because we are in the border between Christians and Muslims. We are very close to Tagus, that was the biggest majority of their territory at that time, and we are between Lisbon and Coimbra. Lisbon was not yet the capital of Portugal, it was Coimbra. So this is avoiding any access to Coimbra. Godwin Pais brought to Portugal all of the best techniques, so this castle is going to be a revolution in terms of military construction. There was no keep in the castles in Portugal. It's going to be Godwin Pais that is going to edit. Let's see. The keep is right here. A very high tower, 20 meters high, that will communicate with the defensive line of the river. So we have a big, long area with 10 positions of castles and towers that will communicate with each other with smoke signs. We are admitting now the possibility that they have a code, a window to work with smoke as a Morse code. Very interesting. So this is going to be the key thing. Around that tower, we have a cistern and also a place to save meat. Salt, and water. At that time, one way to get castle was built a siege. You bring their army, you bring the damage, and you sit, and you wait. Because the population inside of the castle, and the military inside the castle, they at some point will starve and get thirsty, and when they get out, they will take the castle. So, to avoid that, the Knights Templar projected to Tomar and near Jerusalem. The Knights Templar were fighting in the name of God and Jesus Christ. So that was not irrelevant. It's the Holy War, you see? And this place is going to be kind of an extension of Jerusalem to Portugal. So this is the replica of the Church of the Holy Sepulchre of Christ in Jerusalem. Built by the missionaries. They should pay the rent to the order of Christ. How do they pay the rent? Sometimes it's free labor or goods. For instance, barrels of olive oil, barrels of wine, bags of flour. But this is a result of the investment of the order downtown. They built the mills, they built the irrigation systems, they give the health assistance, they protect the community. But of course, the community should pay the rent. And this man was the man at some point on 17th century that had the responsibility of collecting the taxes. Also, you can pay your rent in money, because if you go to the fair and you sell anything in the fair, you should bring part of the money here. Yes. How do they know that you sold anything in the fair? They just know. You bring the money, please. You are not going to be. You don't want to be punished. It's like today, exactly the same. You do not want to be fined. Don't be why?
Because it says in their wives.
Yes, maybe it's a mistake on the.
Okay, because it said his wives and descendants.
No. I think we have only one wife. So this was the covenant of the priest prepares himself to the mass. See, dresses himself, washes his hands. This was the place where the instruments used to be the best what he said. Also the pressure, letters, or even gold, or almost the gold. This was the place that where the used to serve. And it's from the 17th century. It was built by the king that was at the same time king of Spain and Portugal. His name was Stephen. Actually, the third dynasty of Portugal was the Philippine dynasty. All of the kings were called Philip, and all of them were the kings of Spain at the same time. It was a very delicate moment, as you can imagine. But it can be well because because on 1640 we had a war.
This is nice. Wow. Oh man. No, this is.
This man has generation. Seems to as a Portuguese empire. And because it is not, it is one of the last options to become real Portugal.
Very effective.
Mais ça, c'était un bon mariage, ils ont 10 enfants. Mais on avait déjà
After you.
So many levels. Yes, you will see. See? So this is all carved in limestone. And there was time when all this was black. Limestone, because this is from peak to peak. When gray is on the limestone, it becomes gray. And full of lichens at some point, like that. So they cleaned it on 2020. The first time that they cleaned it was on 2020. And this was given on PC. So it was a big challenge. Forget my Templar, gone, long time ago. So this will become an enclosure convent for men, with 6 cloisters, each one with one function. This was the Renaissance entering in Portugal, after a trip that our team made to Florence. But you know what happens when you go to Florence? You were in Florence, right? Those who have not been in Florence, don't go home. Take Rosa, she will take you to Florence. So even from this architecture, is lost
Why are you always the last one? Why are you always the last one? No, I don't know if you're with the crowd.
Để đứng thì nó dính một chút rồi. Ở ngang thì nó dễ với cái gì. Không đánh đừng làm mặn quá.
이게 50명이야. 지금 하이브.
They study what some of them will accomplish. A retreat area, place to stay quiet, depending on the noise of the Latin floor. So it was a convent with an extremely secret respect. The architecture is here to help you do that. Look, the doors are short, because, not because everybody was short, but that will impose a movement every day of your life. When you enter, when you get out. Another very important thing here, you do not walk in the middle of the corridor. You use the paths, one on the left and one on the right, not in the middle. The lines are there for you to follow in respect, ordering the movement inside the convent.
I see a group.
Now, order of Christ. In a convent we have friars. In a monastery we have monks.
That's the difference. That's what I was going to ask you.
Order of Christ.
Sit here.
No, three at least. Yeah, if you pay attention, there's connecting doors. There's communicating doors. Yes? Yes, please, you can go inside.
What is
So, the communicating doors were here for a reason. They were here to be part of the central.
That's a studio in New York. It's like a studio in New York. And you have a nice window. But no bathroom. Where do you go to?
I can't really hear you. Nakakalungkot naman dito. Okay lang. Emang ka nga. Ayoko. Kaya hindi ka mo. Excuse me.
Scusami, perdiamo il gruppo.
Ma il gruppo sta
Dov'è?
Qui non si passa.
No, Elsa. Ah, stai vedendo
Sure, simple beds, very simple beds. We don't have it anymore because this was occupied by so many times after the extinction on April 24.
there wasn't any bookshelves or anything.
No, it was better than being outside, of course. But it was no any kind of luxury, very simple, very simple. So again, the pots on the floor, should move on the top. And then the
It's like the other one sit down, yeah.
We need to turn back because I need to go downstairs to see the refectory. After you see the fireplace, okay?
This is where the fireplace is.
Another group. That's another group. Nothing to the department.
Honey, honey. When she says,
Have you been to the fireplace? That's open actually.
no.
കാലുവേത്ത ഇവിടെ സ്റ്റേ ചെയ്യാം കാല് വയ്യാത്ത പെണ്ണേ ഇവിടെ സ്റ്റേ ചെയ്യുന്നില്ല വെള്ളം തന്നെ
100 years of construction. There was addition. There were doors that will be closed, windows that will be added. So this is part of the. This was closed because we have downstairs, we have the stairs. We are going to use the stairs.
Refectory. The refectory. I think it's the, no, I think it's the kitchen or no. I think it's where they eat. I think it's where they eat.
What?
I think it's where they eat.
How do they eat?
No, I think it's where they eat. The refectory.
What do they eat?
Lister.
You don't want to fall here, it'd be like a bowling ball.
Like, I don't have a wheelchair.
And you go down, you mow down all the people.
Oh, here is where they eat.
And there's a rule here, many rules. But one is, you are not allowed to talk. During the meal. During the meal, you were not allowed to talk. And why was that? Because the true meal, the more important meal is not the food on the plate. Where is the more important meal? You see the pulpits? There's two pulpits there, and you are going to have a brother who is there, reading the Bible, singing the Psalms, and reading the life of saints.
Right.
That is the more important meal here. The meal for your soul, the nourishing for your soul. That's why when we are here having dinner or lunch, we do not talk. Also, you are not going to see
Brother
servants
Elias
coming
and
down
Brother
trying to
Hussein.
serve you on the table.
He was walking in the middle.
Have a window over there that leads into the kitchen, and that window will the window where you are going to receive your plate, the past plates, yes? And of course, there's no menu. You just get the plate. Don't comment what's on it. This is the place. You get your plate here.
Oh.
And then you come back. This is the kitchen, so it's not what it seems.
That's where you cook. Where you cook.
Exactly. So this was the place. This was the place where they used to keep the food warm. So they cook very early in the morning in the kitchen. They put the food in terracotta pots, bring it here, they put it here, waiting to serve, and then they pass the plate or even the soup through the window. But you need in the winter. You need a lot of wood. Oh yes, a lot of wood. But don't worry, there's a lot of wood. You see, just looking around, and around the top of the hill, you are going to see the dense forest. And there are wood was something that was not left. They had left the wood here in the region. Yes. But I need to show you something. You can go and you can need to show you something. A cistern, where they used to say the water from the well.
Oh,
One
yeah.
of the cisterns is open. We had 9 cisterns here. In all the money complex, 9 cisterns. Every cloister has 1 cistern. Let's see.
For the entire cast,
Sorry?
9 only for the entire.
Only. 9 only. Let's see.
How big is it? Oh, yeah.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Walang പറയുന്നുണ്ടോ? എല്ലാം പറയുന്നുണ്ടോ? ഓ ഞാൻ അറിഞ്ഞു.
Take the piece of stone on the top, just to enhance its water. Take the pieces of stone and you use the well. Take the water to the well, from the well.
I see.
In this case, this
Did you see they have toilet if you need?
What?
They have toilet if you need.
Yeah, yeah.
so we need to
Once we have
wash the hands.
finished the tour, I'm gonna.
This was probably used for that. Yeah, probably very high when it's when you have a good winter.
So how high?
Depends on the winter.
Stalactites.
It's cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can join us here, maybe to the open sea. Not yet. We had recently rain in Portugal all month of April, but the thing is that you can visit this because the edge of the water is open over there. This was also used to take water to a little pan where they used to grow some vegetables. So as you see, you have an open line. You see the line at the end? You see the line at the end of the tunnel?
I just hope it's not a train.
Kind of this.
Mm-hmm.
So it should be very clean water. No, it's still, it's still for months, maybe years. That's why I was saying, do not drink this water. You have wine.
But do you cook with this water?
Oh yes, of course. Yes. This is the smallest one.
Oh wow.
9 cisterns, 9. Architecture is now preparing the houses to have recently. Very expensive.
They make you take the green.
Yes. So it's very
Crying just a couple
Yeah.
hours.
Wars are right, yeah.
Yeah.
And this is the chimney where everything was cooked. So you can expect a chain in a big pot of iron and fire at the bottom. You can see it. I just came here to show how hard this chimney worked for centuries.
And I painted.
Yeah, well, painted here at the bottom, yes. And then you have the oven over there, and probably this was an area to grill. So you have this, you know, burning wood all the time. And yes, they boil the water to
Keep it clean, so that they.
to cook. Yes, 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 yes.
And what do they use, like, as mortar?
I know. The water was made by the limestone. This limestone is like the oven. Then we
Pizza
combine
oven.
piece of
It's a pizza oven.
it oxidates. So when you take it out, you destroy it, you make it powder. And then you join water, then you join sand and resin. It's the first cement. But look, the cement of today lasts 100 years. This cement lasts forever. No, that gray thing was added later as cement.
In their age?
This was much better here than outside. Definitely. So, when we have any questions, more questions, what kind of medical care? They have pharmaceutists. They prepare medicines from the forest. There's an area in front that we can't see it. It's going to be restored also. On the upper floor, that was the area of the pharmaceutists. Yes, we call it bouticario. And they call that area the boticas. Yes, yes. Okay? So let's see. We are going to join everybody. I'm going to say goodbye to you now. All right.
Làm cái giống này. Đây là họ làm bằng limestone. Đá vậy. Xài xong.
Nó có cái kèm dạng
So you can show.